everyone, I'm Suzanne Fox, executive coach and founder of Fox Den Consulting. Welcome to this month's Den Drop. Each month, I share practical strategies, grounded insights, and a little wisdom from the Den to help you lead with more clarity, intention, and resilience, right when you need it the most. My goal is quite simple, to give you a short pause and something actionable you can take back into your leadership practice. Today, I want to talk about something we don't often name in leadership spaces, grief. And no, I don't just mean the kind tied to death or personal loss, although that's extremely important. I'm talking about the quieter kinds of grief that many of us carry in our professional lives. The grief of a dream that didn't come to life. The version of your role that no longer exists. The team that once felt like yours but doesn't anymore. The leader you thought you'd become by now. In my coaching conversations, this kind of grief is showing up more and more. Sometimes it's spoken, but often it's just beneath the surface, disguised as detachment, restlessness, exhaustion, even burnout. And increasingly, it's something subtler, anticipatory grief, the heaviness we feel when we know something is ending, even if we don't have all the details yet. Here's the thing. As leaders, we're often expected to keep going, to stay steady, to guide others through change while quietly managing our own. But what happens when you are the one in transition? When you've outgrown something but don't know what's next? When you're holding the emotional weight of change for yourself and your team with very little space to process? Grief isn't a distraction from leadership. It's part of it. And if we don't make space to acknowledge it, if we don't end well, it lingers. We see this in leadership when a project is shut down without reflection. A restructure happens fast and people feel disoriented. A teammate leaves quietly without recognition. A leader is transitioned out and no one says what we're all thinking. When we don't mark endings with care or clarity, grief burrows in. It shows up as cynicism, resistance, disengagement, and we don't always connect it back to what was never named or ended well. Ending well doesn't mean things were perfect. It means we made space to acknowledge what mattered, to bring closure with integrity, to allow ourselves and others to let go before moving on. So I'll leave you with this. What are you letting go of right now? What might your team be letting go of? And how can you honor that ending before rushing toward what's next? Grief is not a weakness. It's evidence that you cared, that you were invested, that something meant a lot to you. And when we lead in a way that makes room for that, we create teams and cultures that are more human, more resilient, and more ready for whatever is next. Let's lead well, let's lead mindfully, and let's flourish together. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.